Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm here once again to share a story of resilience, wisdom, and hope focused on the strength of South African women. Today, we are going to take a deeper look into their journey, their struggles, their achievements, and the quiet but powerful ways they continue to shape families, communities, and society as a whole. So, let's dive into it together, as I share more perspectives on the strength, courage, and inspiring lives of South African women. In every corner of the world, there are stories that deserve to be told with care, respect, and truth. This is one of those stories. Today, we reflect on the strength, resilience, and brilliance of South African women who have carried families, built communities, shaped industries, and stood strong through history, struggle, and change. This is not a story of comparison. It is a story of recognition. A story of humanity. A story of endurance, intelligence, and hope. South Africa is a nation rich in diversity, culture, and history. It is a land shaped by challenges and triumphs, by struggle and unity, by pain and progress. And within that story, women have always played a central role. From rural villages to bustling cities like Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban, women have been the backbone of households, communities, and entire generations. They are teachers, nurses, entrepreneurs, farmers, students, caregivers, leaders, and dreamers. They wake up before sunrise and sleep long after sunset, not because it is easy, but because responsibility demands it and love motivates it. There is a quiet intelligence in resilience. The kind of intelligence that does not always show itself in words, but in actions. In the way a mother stretches a small income to feed her children. In the way a young woman studies late into the night, determined to break cycles of poverty. In the way a businesswoman builds something from nothing, even when resources are limited and the odds are against her. This is not just hard work. This is strategy. This is wisdom. This is survival and growth combined. South African women have been central to education, healthcare, and community development. They are often the first teachers a child ever knows. The first source of emotional strength. The first example of discipline and care. Many women work in classrooms, hospitals, and clinics, places where patience, intelligence, and compassion are tested every single day. And yet they continue. Even when the system is difficult. Even when resources are limited. Even when recognition is rare. They continue. But this story is not only about struggle. It is also about achievement. Across South Africa, women are rising in fields such as law, engineering, politics, science, technology, and business. They are leading companies. Founding startups. Entering universities. Winning scholarships. Changing industries. And they are doing so not as symbols, but as individuals, each with her own story, her own dreams, her own journey. In every generation, there are women who quietly reshape the future. A young girl in a rural area who becomes the first in her family to attend university. A mother who supports her children through education while working multiple jobs. A community leader who fights for justice, equality, and opportunity. These stories are not rare in South Africa, they are everywhere. They form the foundation of progress. It is important to also recognize that South African men, like women, play essential roles in society. They are fathers, brothers, workers, teachers, and leaders in their own right. Together, men and women build communities. Together, they face challenges. And together, they shape the future of the nation. Progress is not built in isolation. It is built in unity. Still, there is something unique about the perseverance often seen in South African women. A determination that is quiet but powerful. A strength that does not always ask for attention but earns respect through consistency. A voice that, even when not heard loudly, still changes lives deeply. In many homes, women are the emotional center. They are the ones who hold families together during hardship. They are the ones who encourage children to keep studying, keep trying, keep believing. They are the ones who sacrifice personal comfort for the well-being of others. This kind of strength cannot be measured easily. But it can be felt in every generation that rises because of it. Education has become one of the most powerful tools of transformation for South African women. More women today are entering universities than ever before. They are pursuing degrees in science, law, medicine, technology, and the arts. They are breaking barriers that once seemed impossible to cross. And with each barrier broken, a new path is created for the next generation. Entrepreneurship is also rising. Across townships, cities, and rural areas, women are building businesses small and large. They are selling goods, providing services, creating jobs, and contributing to the economy. Some start with very little. But through creativity, persistence, and intelligence, they grow something meaningful. This is not luck. This is vision combined with effort. Yet, behind every success story, there are also challenges. Economic inequality, social pressure, limited access to resources, balancing work and family responsibilities. These realities are not easy. But they do not define defeat. They define resilience. Resilience is not about never falling. It is about continuing after every fall. It is about learning, adapting, and rising again. And this is something seen clearly in the lives of many South African women. There is also beauty in their diversity. Different languages, different cultures, different traditions. Zulu, Xhosa, Soto, Tswana, Afrikaans, English, and many more. Each carries its own history, its own identity, its own strength. And together, they form a rich and vibrant society. In music, in art, in storytelling, and in culture, South African women continue to express themselves in powerful ways. They sing songs of hope and struggle. They write stories of identity and change. They create art that reflects both pain and beauty. Their creativity is a form of truth. And perhaps what stands out most is this. Despite challenges, despite limitations, despite obstacles, hope remains. Hope in education. Hope in opportunity. Hope in the next generation. Hope in a better future. Because every girl growing up today in South Africa carries within her the possibility of change. She may become a doctor, a teacher, a leader, an engineer, an artist, a mother, a business owner, or all of the above in her own unique journey. And she will not walk alone. She walks on the foundation built by those before her. Women who endured. Women who worked. Women who dreamed. Women who refused to give up. So when we speak about South African women, we are not simply speaking about individuals. We are speaking about generations of strength. We are speaking about intelligence expressed through action. We are speaking about resilience shaped by history. We are speaking about hope carried forward into the future. And as we reflect on all of this, we are reminded of something important. True strength is not about superiority over others. It is about contribution. It is about endurance. It is about lifting others as you rise. The story of South African women is still being written. Every day adds a new chapter. Every achievement adds a new line. Every dream adds a new direction. And the world is better for it. Not because one group is greater than another, but because humanity, in all its forms, grows stronger when every voice is recognized, respected, and valued. This is the strength of South African women. Not just in what they do, but in who they are. And in the future they continue to build. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please consider subscribing, leaving a comment, giving it a like, and sharing it with others so they can see it too. Your support truly means a lot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.